Cosmic here, and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video. Today we're going to talk about the Turbo Swain list. I don't have a good name for this. But the story behind this is after I was playing War Mother's Control, which I actually had a very nice win record with before all the burn decks went away. During about the last 2 hours of stream last night, so on the 29th, I said, you know what, I wanted to build a Swain deck, and if you want to watch the whole deck building process, right, you can go back and watch it on stream. I just decided to just kind of skip ahead and just talk through the cards. But I built the deck. It went 4-1 or 5-1 in ranked, and then I played some more games offline on mobile, when I was just relaxing, maybe not serious, and I won 2 more. So I think there is something to this deck. Again, the kind of disclaimer I always want to say up front is that we are very early on in the set still. So if you're looking to build a Swain deck right away, or maybe you've already crafted them and you're looking for a few more pieces, don't necessarily build this unless you already have most of the cards, right? I'm assuming most of this either will change or some numbers will get refined in the coming days. So if you've failed to build a Swain list that you just didn't like, or maybe you try to do Freljord and Noxus like me and hated it, it didn't turn out well. This is pretty good. I really like this, and it's definitely one that I could recommend. Again, only if you have most of the resources already. If not, probably give it a few more days. If you're strictly free to play, if you don't mind spending a little money, then absolutely build this deck. It was a ton of fun to play on stream. So let's talk about it, right? So really, what are we going for? So Swain has a level up condition that when you've done 12 non-combat damage, and honestly, I thought this was going to be very difficult. 12 seems like a lot, but once you start powering up your spells and effects, you realize that you can achieve this very, very quickly. I would say it's a little bit more rare than I'd like, but there are turns where you can play a leveled up Swain on turn 5, and it's nuts when it happens, but it is possible. So Swain obviously being good, and then just for those that don't know, on his level up side, what you really are using this for is the Nexus Strike, deal 3 damage to all enemies. So typically in around turn 8 or so, you'll have like a ping effect. You'll be able to stun your opponent's last can block fearsome unit, meaning has 3 attack or more, and then you just can get in and board wipe them with Swain, which feels really, really good. Maybe I'll go grab that clip and either highlight it or showcase that game where exactly that plays out. So again, the games from this are going to be ripped straight from the stream just because of time constraints and all that. So if you want to see this, I'll be playing it more later tonight for stream, but I think it's a solid deck. And again, it's just tons of fun when you get to pull it off. And the other thing I want to note here is he has 7 HP, which is extremely, extremely tanky, and has just been fantastic, I will say. Going over to the other champion, we have Twisted Fate, and I know I kind of said this, I forget my final opinion was either on Twitter if I did it in the video. It's really unfortunate that his archetype, like his actual, draw a bunch of cards, crazy go off deck, I didn't like it. I try to kind of build that same thing. I think the Ezreal Twisted Fate deck is really good, but at least in this, he's just a nice AoE board clear. In one of the games, you're going to see that it's going to hit for like 3 or 4 off his red card, right? So I'm going to get to it in a moment, but we're building Kegs, and Kegs also buffs both of these cards, right? So it's not uncommon to have a deal 3 to everything, or sorry, deal 3 to one side of the board. And then keep in mind, this is also hitting Nexus, so you'll find out that most of our damage is going to hit something and hit your opponent's face. So it's a very aggressive shell because there is a lot of, removal with, let's say, Noxian Fervor, and we'll go talk about that card right now. You can either hit face with it, so you can deal, 5 or 6 damage, or it's just good removal as well. So it's definitely flexible. Obviously, it's going to go in the mid-range category because it takes a little bit longer to build up, but fantastic, fantastic deck. So again, Twisted Fate, really, I think I got him to level up once, or was close to level up once. If you want to level him up, cool. There are some neat plays that you can do with it, but ultimately it's just here for the red card in case like spiders come back, or it's been really good against aggro, right? Just 1 keg plus red card is usually a good enough board wipe against the aggro decks. So other than that, let's talk about the individual cards. So Parlay, or I guess I should start with those who don't know, right, with the kegs themselves. If you haven't seen them, kegs, this is basically what the entire deck is built around. So you're playing every keg generating effect minus Gangplank. And now, yes, you're probably wondering, why don't you just play Gangplank? Again, honestly, built this right on stream. I really love Twisted Fate. That's it. If you want to try Gangplank, if you already crafted it, go ahead. Otherwise, please don't spend your resources. It's way too early in the meta to just run out and craft, if you've been saving 3 Gangplanks, then who knows how good it's going to be. But he does produce a keg every turn, which would be really solid in this list if you can refine it and make it work. Other than that, powder keg, right? So you have all these spells, you generate them. We are playing more powder, so literally just 2 cost slow spell, gave you 2 kegs. All right, what does it do? They stack, which is really important. Then all your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. So keeping in mind your opponent is going to do things like you play the keg, they're going to try to attack into it. What's really nice about this is we're playing a bunch of spells that are going to give us value. So if your opponent incorrectly tries to grab the keg, right, you could just save yourself X amount of damage for however much they were attacking for, and then you still get to use your removal that you're going to use anyways and get the kill. So your HP is very, very protected in this matchup. And maybe over time, as more people learn to either ignore the kegs or know when they can attack them and when they can't attack them, right, it might not be as good. But the games I played, it was just a complete blowout every single time. So keep this in mind as we're going through this. Parlay, we are playing the full 3-0 because it is just a good effect for Swain, right? So it's a +2, right, for Swain, as we say. So it's going to give 1 damage to something if you kill it, do 1 more to the Nexus. But generally, obviously, you want to hit the Nexus as well, so don't use this unless it's killing something. And then with Kegs, right, if you have even just 1 or 2, getting a 2 or 3 ping spell and then also dealing damage to Nexus is really, really strong. And especially if you can get 2 Kegs, this is then a +6, right, for Swain. So very quickly, you can see how it's going to be leveling him up. Black Market Merchant I liked a lot better than I thought I did. Interesting card, especially in the aggro matchups where you just generally want more bodies, right, where it's really difficult to maybe stabilize early on. You get an early ping effect, you play Black Market Merchant, and then you steal one of their low drops, and you can play it for free generally because of the effect is also going to reduce the cost of it. So in one of the matches, I got to steal a 1-drop Spider, right, and then it just gave me a free block and killed one of his guys on the next turn. And that's very, very strong. And then I posted the picture on Twitter, but there was another game where someone played Adversarian Outriders, whatever the +3/+3 Overwhelm card is for Freljord. He played that, buffed a card off the top of his deck, and then I stole the top unit, which actually was another one of them that then was also buffed by Omenhawk, and I have a 7/7 Overwhelm unit. Needless to say, it won me the game. Obviously, super RNG that it all worked out that way, but hilarious nonetheless. Deadweight Deckhand, I will say this is just like an absolute staple. Early body, either for attacking or blocking, plus gives you a keg. I mean, this is basically everything you want. The MVP, in my opinion, is Make It Rain. So, one annoying thing, just for those that don't know, this card does count for Ezreal. So, if they have 3 units, and if you RNG into 3 units, it's going to count as 3 level ups for Ezreal. So, I've said this a lot, but I really like the Twisted Fate and Ezreal list. That would basically be something probably pretty close to this, and maybe more like Mystic Shots, right, to get the most value out of them. But this is just it's frustrating how good this can work, but also it's gonna bite you in the butt sometimes. So you do have to kind of take that into consideration. But again, couple kegs making it deal 2 or 3 damage. Generally, it's gonna get you a 2 if not 3 units killed of your opponents, and just helps you stabilize while still dealing some damage to the Nexus, which is really important. More powder, already talked about just getting more kegs. Death's Hand has been a lot better than I was giving it credit for as well. So right, it's a 1 more Mystic Shot. If you want to think about it that way, and then it also gives you 1 damage to the Nexus, which is relevant for Swain. But then also, a single keg takes us to 3. We know how valuable 3 damage ping effect is, thanks to things like Get Excited. And again, if you're stacking this up, you can very easily get in some extra Nexus damage here. So very, very solid card. In terms of pure burn, you can't beat Noxian Fervor. I think in one of the games, either you can check it out through the recording, or maybe it's one of the ones I'll grab. I was able to swing in for an open attack. My opponent went to remove my unit. I played this. I had a couple of kegs, so I got to deal 6 damage to my unit, and then I did 6 damage to their face, and then that was an auto level up for Swain. Obviously, I did other stuff up until that point, but assuming I did nothing, right, leading up into that turn, that's a single turn I was able to level up Swain and get his full value. So, obviously, just very, very strong card, and the Go Face burn is something I definitely appreciated while I was playing the list. Petty Officer, quick note, this is not RNG. You pick. So you can always pick the Powdered Keg, or you can pick the random 1-drop. I really love this card because of picking a 1-drop. Again, if they're playing just a more hyper aggro list, maybe you already have, a couple extra Powdered Keg producing cards. Sometimes you just want the 1-drop. Most of the time you won't, but there are certain games where this will come in clutch, and then you can just get like a 2/2 blocker, and that's fine, right? Or even sometimes just a 1/1 chump blocker is all you need. And then plus it has 3 attacks, so it can block Fearsome. It can usually help you get some early trades up against some more beefy aggressive units, like Boom Crew, then plus removal spell like right Parlay will finish it off. There's a lot this card does, and it's obviously it's going to be a key piece of all these Powdered Keg types of decks that we're going to be seeing. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one sticks around no matter what. So, and it's rare, so it's still pretty cheap to craft. Salvage, literally, I just want to draw cards. There's nothing else to say about this, right? The only other draw package that we have really is Assessor, but that doesn't work in this list. So you don't care about Toss, right? You're never going to draw those cards anyway. So this is really just a pay for draw 2. Now, is it going to stay in the list? I'm not sure. I'm kind of torn between this and the what's it called? Pick a card, like Twisted Fate's effect, just because Twisted Fate gives you more cards and allows you to shuffle some things back if you don't want them. But this has been pretty good. I feel like this deck does want some kind of draw, so I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I think it's like, you know, just okay for the list. Twisted Fate, I already talked about. Red card, very good with Powder Kegs. That's all I need to say. Yordle Grifter is silly. So again, we only have, what are we running? We're running 11 Noxian cards in here. But the allegiances draw 1 from the enemy deck. And, you know, I'm sure I could go and crunch numbers and tell you the math. But really, you only want this for the warning shot. The only reason this is in the list is to make sure you're clearing something for Riptide Rex so that on turn 8, you have a burst, ping the Nexus effect, then you can play Riptide Rex. And that's won me a couple games. Or there were some games where I was just able to double burst warning shot because all the spells leading up to this point you've been able to tell are just chip damage after chip damage. So at a certain point they'll get down to 3 and you're like, all right, well I have two burst 1 ping effects. Guess you're dead, right? And then a 3/3 body is good. So it is for all these like steal your stuff types of archetypes. I think it's just a solid card overall, and it's going to see a ton of play. And then again, the warning shot is just so important for this entire region, right? With all your different plunder effects, having a 0 cost burst speed, always guaranteed plunder stuff is insane. So definitely a staple of the deck. Couple of last cards here. Riptide Rex. Honestly, like I love this card. Like, come on, look at this artwork. It's fantastic. Look at this chunky boy. I quite literally, I think I said it on stream or I said it while I was deck building it earlier. I really just wanted to build a deck that used this card. That's it. That's why I ended up on this list. Other than wanting to have a Swain type of deck. Card's great. Generally, they get low enough where they're at like 5 HP, and this is just a kill. That's it. It's just a game finisher. So, I don't think we had a game go longer, but generally you're finishing games on 8. And if you have this exactly on 8, and like I said, you have the burst ping effect, it's just GG. And right, because it adds 7 times onto the stack, they can't deny their way out of it, right? It's still going to go off for the effect. So, very, very solid card. And then Leviathan, it draws Swain. It has Overwhelm. What else do you need to say about this card, right? It helps you find your Swain, and it deals 3 ping damage over the top when their HP is already going to be low. So again, does everything you want. Play the card. It's great. So with that is the Turbo Swain. I don't know what else to call this list. Again, I built it on stream right during like the last 2 hours. I didn't actually change any card yet, which means it goes to show you, like, I've played 4 and 1 or 5, so it's 5 games. I played like 7 or 8 games with it right now, but it feels very, very strong, and that's the only reason why I'm doing a video on it. So if you have Swain built already, and if you're looking for other types of decks to try out, by all means, go ahead, do this list. I think it's fantastic. But if you're a pure free-to-play player, please hold on to your resources. Don't spend them yet. Let the meta, kind of simmer for like a week, and then we'll figure out where things go. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed a overview of the deck list. With that, I'm just going to grab a couple games from the stream. So, of course, you can always check me out at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, twitch.tv/CosmicPlays. And Monday through Friday, we'll be working on different brews like this, or just trying to climb up through, get back to Masters, right, eventually. So, with that, enjoy some games. I'm out, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. All right. Chad, how much you want to bet that I run into like those burn decks now that I just switched off my controllers for? Oh, no, it's too early in the season for this. Yeah, this is going to be very rough.
Be nothing left when I'm done.
Karma, fun and enjoyable card to face. I hate Ezreal a lot more. So hold up, I don't actually care that Karma is in this list. I hate Ezreal. That's where I got the beef. I think we have to take the more aggressive line here. Oh, man. Yeah, fair enough. Mystic Shot, of course. Well, time to just sit back and enjoy this shit show of a game. Let me just get comfortable really quick, chat. My opponent's an 8-9 slot bot? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I'm pretty sure we're not coming out of this game in a positive way. Oh, now we're seeing too many of the kegs. It is now a 10-8. Oh god. Sounds like a fun game. Slotbot is a fun card.
Looks like trouble.
Set him off.
Wait, how does this... Wait, does this work? Yeah, he's already used a Mystic Shot, right? Like, hopefully this is good. He is playing TF, so he's drawing his whole deck. Whoo, that's Swain almost auto level, baby.
See nothing left when I'm done.
We gotta find our 4-drop, so we have a way to use Riptide on turn. Nice, congrats, Blue. So it'd be 6 damage. So we have to draw. Oh, we don't have enough. We'd have to do powder. Oh, you can't deny though, right?
Gotta trust your instincts.
How much do we care about this karma? Do all Riptide Rex cannons trigger the barrel or only the first? I don't actually know. He's got to have like a twin discipline, right? So there's no point of using it. Only the first? I guess that's better for balance reasons. Ooh. The patience that this guy has is intense. I think we have to bank the spell mana here. We can also level up Twisted Fate here. So, if I put this on the stack, is it the first one to resolve? So, the correct play is to do this, to force him to do something and then hit him for 6 instead. The leftmost skill / spell gets a keg. Perfect, thank you. Sucks we can't save the TF, but... Ooh, they're digging. And then we have Kegs into Fervor again. So we want to go face that and hope that the Riptide Rex gets us the rest of the damage, right? But we don't have a trigger for it the next turn? We're gonna have to, like, shuffle away the more powder, I guess. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to just go face. Dude, Swain is swole as hell. Oh, shit. Right, this changes back. We were supposed to cast this beforehand. Shit, chat. I guess we just draw a card then. That was a misplay. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter, right? Like, we have a wide enough board. Hopefully we can get there. Oh! There you go. Sure. That should be lethal, right? Do I know what the region level order is? What do you mean by that? Oh yeah, we 100% have to let this rip here. Hey, chat, never didn't have it. How to get the most cards? Yeah, so it's you go level 1 through 4, and then do 5 through 8. So sorry, level them all 1 to 4, then level them all 5 to 8, then that. Keep switching at 4 of. That's how you're supposed to do it. Wait, did that not resolve? Why is this not glowing? Wait, did I screw up, chat? I got distracted. Did it not work? Oh, if this kills it. Ah! Chat, this is why I can't... I can't talk and play the games. I'm a dumb baby. No, because then we couldn't do both. Crap. I think we have to play the body here. I was thinking of warning shot, not parlay. You could have parlayed. Wait, is it any target? It's not enemy? Really? Oh, that's awesome. That's usually not how those spells work, but all right, I'm down on it. All right, well, we're probably dead. I mean, they have wasted a lot of burn. No, you have to target a unit first. All right, we need literally any one of these to connect and we win. Or draw a cheap spell.
I thought you'd never ask. It's not bragging if you can back it up.
Oh, and he has just enough for Mystic Shot. Son of a... Oh, he's banking it instead? All right. Yeah, I checked the tweet. They said that the comp mode's coming soon. But yeah, we should have definitely won a turn earlier, so I'm hoping we still got some play here. Undying Fizz. Y'all are just monsters. Alright, so our opponent's sticking for answers. This is a good sign. Okay. Alright, they're digging.
Victory was the mushrooms we planted along the way.
No Control XD just subscribed. I am paying you for a coupon of 1 game of Valorant in the future.
I know, man. I gotta get back to Valorant sometime, but I really am enjoying this set so far. Don't I just like rip this off anyways and then be like, haha, I gotcha? Because this is now just lethal off of this, and they have to do something. I mean, they do run health potion, right? Which is super awkward for me.
Reconsider.
Chunk! Look at this happy lad. They probably have health potion though, right? Oh, what the shit, man? Yeah, burn players be like that, though. Turn 6, seal 3, just do it. Do them like that. War Mothers is unironically a counter to burn. It's what I climbed. It's what I used to climb to counter burn back in gold, and it's still good. Like I legitimately went 10-1 against burn today, 10-1 with War Mothers, and here I am. I can't find a single other burn deck, and then I got destroyed by Quinn and Misfortune. Yeah, I have not seen a single Sea Monsters list tonight, which I'm really surprised about. Wait, what is this bug? Has that bug always been on the screen? I just never noticed it before? Yes. I mean, you can't beat the you can't beat the Scouts deck, but you have a good game against literally everything else. So, it's kind of a pick your poison. Oh shit. I think we just have to go for the steal 2 here. Just gonna set up for next turn again. I need him to play something that's worth, like, holding off using these saprolings. Like, this is actually potentially insane here.
Strength and grace, beauty in the play. Everyone's a garden.
Yeah, like, the whole Bilgewater kept, like, all the ping effects in check. It's really, really strong, but... Like, yeah, it was really hard to play archers against Misfortunes. Like, I'll admit. That's why you lose against a Scout matchup, but the burn decks aren't playing Misfortune. Come on, take the bait. Take the bait! I'm still plat 3. It just sucks because I'm stuck working and whatnot, so I don't get to play nearly as much as I want to be playing. We can't even get Swain in here for damage, which sucks. Oh, that'll do it. So, like, parlay on this gets him another... Oh, no, it just stunned this again. Damn it. Probably just going to save the parlay for the dread turn. This man's greedy as hell. Oh, no, it doesn't work the way I thought it would. Oh, no. That was dumb. I screwed up, chat. I thought it would stun the new one. Gosh darn it. Oh, we probably should have saved this for fodder for Fervor. That was dumb. Okay, I think I just hardcore tossed this matchup. Maybe never punished? Wait, so it costs 4, we go down to 3? We can try to force blocks with, like, these two, right? Maybe we can steal a ping effect from their list or something. Oh, that's annoying. He'd probably play something else here, right? Like we can't just combo off with Rex. Like I can't imagine this is the right play here, but it's like a it's super tempting. Oh wait, it's not hitting face, right? So that doesn't work. So it is just pass here. It's passing like block plus fervor. I'm not convinced TF belongs to Swain. It's just a good value card. No, we need to get Riptide Rex on the next turn. Okay, going to 2 seems like way worse of an idea. No giving the bear the bird. Maybe should have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just have to go for it and then we lose. Because, like, this getting to stun his entire board plus give us the pickup on Swain is probably what we have to go for. All right, boys, we Hearthstoning it. That last card better not be a buff spell. All right. Feels good, man. Swain coming through like a champ. An absolute champ for us.